Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, we're going to tap into your starseed family this week, and we're going to ask them about your past, present, and your future to kind of get a deeper insight into what is going on with you, Scorpio. I am going to use the Starseed Oracle deck, so I'm going to start shuffling it, and we're going to see what messages Spirit's got for you. Okay, Scorpio, can I say my two favorite cards of your whole reading are the underlying for the Animal Spirit deck. You have Porcupine Spirit, Time for Beginner Mind, and Pig Spirit, Use Your Mind Wisely. So it's like having a new way of thinking, having a new perspective, use it well. But I want to say too, in the use it well, it's like Spirit told me to do it, or Spirit showed me to do this, and I did it. And so just remember that. Keep doing that, because that has something to do with your past here. Mind and ideas, right? Ideas are formulated in the mind because you have an ideas card from your past. So in the past, we have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. And then you have the Six of Swords, the Tower, and the Nine of Pentacles. I just keep hearing in this past, Spirit told me to do it. Spirit told me to do it. And it's funny, right? Because with the Six of Swords being there, like that's kind of like when the universe, you give them the control over the ship and you see where they're taking this. And I want to say that with the Tower, something had to go. Something was broken down here. What? I'm not 100% sure. There's a part of me that feels like what was broken down was some sort of mindset, because you've got that twice, like beginner mind. It's time for a beginner mind, but use it wisely. And when I think of use it wisely, I'm hearing like wisdom, and I'm thinking of the wisdom, the card in the same deck with the Animal Spirit, and turn knowledge into wisdom. So knowledge is the things that we gain over time, right? And wisdom is applying it, is being smart enough to apply it. So I just feel like if you have a beginner mind, if you have a new mindset, don't make the mistakes of the past. Like remember that. Like, how did you make mistakes, or how did you drop the ball in the past, or how did you doubt yourself in the past, or how did you, don't get too wrapped up in it, but just use it wisely. But just basically don't do that. Don't do that stuff. Because the Tower, but then it comes up with the Nine of Pentacles. So it makes me feel like if this was something that broke down in your mindset or in your mind, that it had almost an immediate effect in the physical world with the Nine of Pentacles, and a very positive effect. I mean, I'll pull clarifiers out later once we get into the whole thing. I mean, there could be something here, like because it says anything unaligned must go. But then it's questioning. Again, these are things of the mind. So questioning, bring your ideas to life. If there's things that gotta go, it's something in your mindset that this has just gotta go. And that changes everything. But it changes it for like the good. Really, really good. If you're not realizing that just now, I want to say, because it set you on the path for it, and you will. It's some sort of thought change that changes everything. Well, when we change our mind, we change everything, right? Oh, and that's interesting too, because your underlying is the Devil, but the Eight of Wands, it's like, so there could be some sort of thinking that you've been like hell-bent on believing or perpetuating in your own mind, or something going on around you, and you've been so determined to believe it a certain way. Like there's been a big, like a switch that's just gone right off here. And I mean, it's almost as if like you could have been looking at the sky all this time And so here's an interesting example. I have like let's say you had a parent that just full on lied to you about shit. And like from a very early age. And they convinced you that that color that you're looking at in the sky, it's called red, you know, when there's a blue sky out. I know the sky can be red sometimes. Actually, that's kind of funny to say that. Fire going on. But anyways, it's like, yeah, that's red. And then, you know, and then you go to school and you meet other friends and go, oh, you're pointing to blue. And they're going, no, that's blue. And your parent says, well, when it's in the sky, it's called red. But like, you know what I mean? If something is programmed into you early enough at a very early age, I mean, you've been programmed. I mean, literally, I mean, the brain is programmable. That's what it does. It has to be programmed. We have to be programmed all the time. It's like a computer system without software. It's just a shell. It doesn't do anything. Might turn it on and there's a little bit of a glow coming from the screen, but it needs to be programmed, and the stuff needs to go in there, and it needs to anyways, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it feels like something like that. And the devil's behind and you're moving forward. So use it wisely. Use it wisely. It's almost like saying too, it's yours to use. If there's been some sort of deprogramming that's happened, it's yours to use. And it is going to be very beneficial for you. The reason I'm saying that you may not be feeling this yet is because of the cards that are coming up. So, but it's going to be good. It's going to be really good, Scorpio. I feel like you're going to be moving into a cycle of abundance, a cycle of prosperity, a cycle of stability, a cycle of good health, a cycle of prosperity, luck, safety. You know, it's good. So now, it's time to collaborate. But here's the funny thing. I don't know if you want to, or if you do, you're not sure how, and you're anxious about it. So you have trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is running out. No, time is not running out. So I said that. So maybe that's what you feel like. Well, time's running out. It's time to collaborate. Time isn't running out. So that's what you got there. Those are your oracle cards. But then you got the Two of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Wands. It's kind of like something's coming in. You know it. You feel it. You anticipate it. Or you will. But you don't know what to do with it. I want to say you're not sure what to do with it. If it's an opportunity, you're not sure how to make the most of it. Or you're not sure that you will know how. Just remember, use your mind wisely. You don't need to know how. I'm just hearing that. You don't need to know how. It's a new thing. You don't need to know how. It's time for beginner mind. The Nine of Swords is not a beginner mind. The Ace of Swords is a beginner mind. And the Two of Swords is starting to ground it, which is interesting because that's the future. I'm just saying that because the feet are electrified there. So it's grounding an idea. Don't get caught up in past thinking. I just want to say, because the devil has the strongest influence on us in our own head. That is the safest place for the devil to be. It is the strongest place for the devil to be. You know, the devil doesn't want to put you in a cage and be on the outside. The devil wants to be in the cage with you and locked up. And isn't this cozy? We're having a good time now, aren't we? No. Oh, yes, you are. Yeah. You don't want to get out of the cage because you think I'm bad. You see what's out of the cage. Really? Yeah. Stay in the cage with me. Oh, but it's worse out of the cage. Right? Like, that's the shit the devil's going to do. Because the mind is all over this reading. It's all over the reading. And the Nine of Swords too. So use you don't, I want to say you don't have any influence here. And what I mean is no influence on your thoughts. Like that whole idea of like, you know, a parent or somebody, it doesn't have to be that, but it's like some form of mental programming that you have somehow defeated. And I really want to say that it feels significant. I mean, the fact that it would come up like that, like, you know, a parent telling you, you know, when you look up in the sky and you see blue, it's actually red. It's red. It's red. Oh, look, Daddy. Oh, look, Mommy. The blue sky. Red. The red sky. You know, like it. Yeah. So now you have this beginner mind. Use it wisely. Use it with all the experience that you've gained that you wouldn't have had if you had a beginner mind from the start. Oh my God, it's like your mind is your own. That's really profound. Because when does that ever really happen? Because none of us, I mean, if any of us were raised without any sort of interaction or other people's opinions or beliefs cast upon us, we would be raised in a void. And you can't. Without that, the mind wouldn't grow because it needs the software. So this is almost like turning the system down and rebooting it. And I'm just seeing like a flashing 0 or cursor. I'm seeing a flashing cursor on a blank screen. It's like you've suddenly been given access to the, is it like the code work of your own mind? Oh, that's deep. Start typing out your own code. Wow. I wonder what the collaboration card has to do with that. No, I can hardly actually wait to clarify your reading. Okay, so Scorpio, where are you going in the future? Starkeeper, cosmic ancestor, seek the light by staying grounded. Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Oh, the universe wants to use you. Universe wants to use you like a bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think that's true. Some people get upset at the word bitch. I think it's a female dog used for breeding. Well, I guess that's not the best position for her to be in, is it? No. But anyways, I think if people call you a bitch, you know you're doing everything the right way. So, yeah, believe it. All you got to do is stay grounded. You know, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. In the future, don't get in your head. Because there's cards here in the future too. I could see why you might seed the light. The light wants to come through you because you're nothing but a flashing cursor at this point. And it's really profound to the universe. That's interesting, Scorpio. So you're like a flashing cursor. That's the collaboration. That's why you're sitting here. I don't know what code to type in. I don't even know code. The universe does. And the universe is like this. We have a beginner mind that is fully mature and developed. It doesn't need influence from other human sources so that it understands effect. Like if you don't get, I don't think they've ever done this. Have they? Maybe they did. Scientists, well, they still do some really cruel things to humanity. But I don't know if they were actually experiments with the intention of seeing what happened, or they were from small infants that were left completely just sort of abandoned or left for animals to raise. And there are so many parts of the brain that didn't develop because of touch. Like, and they study that. And when you touch a child, like so much activates in the brain. This connection, physical connection, and like soft words, harsh words, understanding all of that. But to like remove the programming that comes in with that, to have a fully efficient, developed computer with no code. The universe is like, hold my beer, my fingers are coming in. We're gonna do something here. Huh. That's really cool. I can't even, this is really cool, Scorpio. I feel like the readings this week are really cool. And I just did a tiny video between yours and Libra that actually it'll already be out now. You may have already seen it. If you're not, it's on my channel. Came out yesterday from when you're watching this. About the giant smudge going on in North America right now. Because that's like a reprogramming. Like a smudge to pull out the toxic, to pull out the programming. Because all you need to do is keep your mind clear. Use it wisely. You know the best way you can use your mind wisely is allowing the universe, God, to be in it with you. right? And nothing else. And the universe is going to provide. You just wait, watch and see. I'm excited to know what's going to happen to y'all. You could be, you know, and this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the Nine of Pentacles. You brought an idea to life here, and it could have something to do with just like you made a choice, and the choice was A, unexpected, B, a choice you've never made before, and C, a choice none of your ancestors have ever made before. But this choice, it's never been made in this way because it's always been associated with some sort of past programming that has just continuously fallen into your lineage. So your star family here must be just like having a huge fucking party, because your starseed family, because they would be connected to you in this way, and it means that you've done something here. So just seed this. They're almost, but you know, the funny thing is, it's like the undertone of this reading, I want to say, is excitement, but the surface level of it is a bit of anxiety. That's the part that's up to you. Okay. You're like, what? Okay. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So just ground yourself. Just do it. I don't know what you got to do. You got to stand in the earth. Remove influence. Remove influence. I don't know for how long. Just long enough. Long enough for the universe to seed this. Because it's like, okay, I'm seeing almost like, it's like a PVC tube, but clear. Can that be clear? I don't know. Anyways, I heard PVC. It's like a tube, and you are the tube, right? And because you've cleared this out, the tube, and you are like standing on the earth, starseed family, I want to say it goes beyond that. Star keeper, the star keeper of all people. Yeah, the star keeper is about to plop something into the earth. Like literally. You were the conduit's not the right word, because it almost like, what would that be? Like if you were, I'm seeing something, I don't understand what it is. I don't know if it's a type of like farm equipment that's sort of like the example here, that like kind of at the same time that it pushes in the dirt, a seed falls out. And it's almost like something would turn. Maybe I've just invented something here. No, I see a big turning wheel, okay? I see a huge turning wheel attached to a tractor. And that would make sense because there's more than one Scorpio here in this reading. And you've cleared, there's no mud from the previous, no soil, no mud from the previous field. You're in this new field, it's fresh, and you're about to seed it. And you're about to seed it with cosmic energy, cosmic idea, cosmic abundance. The universe is going to provide. You watch it, honey, because it is. It's about to plant a seed. And you are, though, you're one of these things that I'm seeing on this big spinning wheel that this tractor is pulling. And I can only describe it as like a hollow cylinder. And as this wheel turns, the cylinder like kind of punctures into the ground, digs into the ground, makes a recess, and almost simultaneously, like a seed drops out. And that's what is happening here. A seed drops out, but it's coming from. And then the wheel spins, and it's almost like as this cylinder, like it into the soil, okay? And then the seed drops in, and it's almost like as this happens, if the environment is right, the soil falls back on it and covers the seed, right? And then it keeps going. So there's something going on here, like seed the light by staying. So all you have to do is like do your part here. Just make something grounded long enough for the seed to go in. That's all you got to do. I just want to say, if any of you are intentionally in a co-agreement way with a partner trying to get pregnant. Just sit still for a minute, okay? Just let them finish and let them put the seed. Because it kind of sounds like that too. So if that is, oh, and see, time to collaborate. It's time. You know, like any woman that's ever like been trying to like specifically get pregnant, they'll be taking their temperatures. They're like, okay, no, I'm ovulating in 2 days. It's now. You gotta come home, right? Like that's like that. I don't know. Get the seeds. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. And the universe will provide, right? So, but then when that happens, like in a way, 2 people have done what they need to do, and there's really nothing else they can do. The universe takes control over it at that point. Okay, so so we get into the future. You have 2 fives with the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. Oh, but actually, I like that. Because then we're getting into the 10. It's making a 10, which to me is forming completion. So it's actually, at first I looked at that and I'm like, oh, is this something that causes you, oh, I don't like this, I got to cut it out. Well, I don't know. It might be. But I think what you're cutting out here is disappointment. So that's actually really good. And the Queen of Wands comes in here. Confidence, movement. So funny. Yeah. You're cutting out. Something's going to happen in the future here where literally disappointment, maybe mild depression with the 5 of Cups. It's removed. And like just abundance of confidence comes in. And you look good. You're going to look really good. There's so much you can do. These 2 cards, the Queen of Wands and 9 of Pentacles. Wow. It's looking great. So, all right. You go down there. I've been talking about the tractor and the impregnation. So, bring your ideas to life. Well, it was like lifting this veil. It's unaligned. It's got to go. Yes. Yay. 4 Wands. Yeah. I told you. This spot right here. This is where your starseed family had a little celebration. I don't know if you heard them cheering in the background. The 6 of Swords into the Tower. It's just like breaking it all down. The 2 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the Strength card. So, because this goes into the Tower, I'm looking at this as like, I really don't know how to resolve this conflict. And maybe it's an inner, I want to say it could have been an inner conflict. Do I hit it one at a time, or which one is it? Or maybe even seeing people in conflict with you. And then, but you know what? I'm just coming around and just like, you know, just destroy it all. Just get it all out of my way with this tornado. It's like, it's all done. I kind of want to say too, that there might have been something here where it wasn't necessarily a need for you to take any action. And this is something that the universe had to do. Not quite sure what it was, but yeah. The Tower. The Star. Breaking it all down for, well, 2. Because what I'm really getting here is like, I mean, do you think of the Star is also about the abundant universe providing. Like blessings. Yeah, whatever this was, and it could even be like a small thing. Like, I just feel like it's something that either you did internally for yourself, which is the most likely thing, but there might have been some physical action here that happened with it as well. And it just caused something to break apart. The 9 of Pentacles. The Hanged Man, the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. See, that's the thing. That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't feel like this Nine of Pentacles is necessarily present right now. Because the Hanged Man, it's like waiting, right? Waiting. Holding off. Did you hold off on something because it wasn't in alignment? Could have been. You held off on something because it wasn't in alignment? And what it does, though, is it paves the future for you. It starts a chain of events, which again would explain the whole thing I'm seeing with the tractor, right? Like, that's a chain of events, a predictable chain of events. It's almost as if like this is how it happens. It's like an operating machine. Now, okay, so now trust the timing. It's time to collaborate. Trust the timing. It's time to collaborate. The Seven of Swords and the Lovers. Well, there's a collaboration. This is divinely guided. It's been hidden. I can't help but feel like it's something that would be so Scorpio of you too. Like, actually not do something. So it almost, okay, so the more I'm pulling out the clarifiers, the more it's feeling like the way you used you had an idea, and that idea was actually not to do something because there was no way that you could see how to resolve a problem, an issue, a toxic energy. And when you stepped back, it all fell apart. It was almost like somehow, even perhaps energetically, you were influencing this. And the minute you step back from it, it all falls apart. And not because you got the beginner mind, use it wisely. It's like, well, now you rebuild now that it's fallen apart, and you have the collaboration card. The Two of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. There's the beginner mind. The Nine of Swords. That's not the beginner mind. Oh. The Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Swords. The Three of Swords. Don't rush. I don't know what this is. It's almost like, I want to say because it's like the heart and the mind are not in alignment. So just be careful with that. Yeah, because I feel like the heart would be in alignment because these swords are not, isn't that funny? It's like the heart. So it's a switch. So over here in the past, it was the mind that was clearly important in some sort of decision, but now it's switching over to the heart. Because if you lead with the mind, it's going to lead you into, no, it's not good. Don't lead with the mind. So it's almost like this, so the beginner mind to me represents your past, like a new approach to something, and then use your mind wisely is now, which is knowing when to use it and when not to use it. Which is, I think, like, like the biggest question that science needs to ask itself all the time. Yes, we can create this and do it. Should we? No, probably not. Right? So anyway, okay. The Three of Wands. Because your mind, okay, so before I get there, because your mind is like, oh, go, 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 go. Don't waste any time. With the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Swords, right? But no. Wheel of Fortune, switch it. Switch it. Use your mind wisely here. If your mind is not functioning wisely, then it's the other mind. Well, with guys, no, it's not that one. It doesn't have a mind. It just has an instinct. This one has a mind. So the Three of Wands. Okay, you're trying to get away from the devil. I want to say that you are trying to... Yeah, okay. Right, because you got this. Getting away from the devil. Okay, so this Three of Wands, you have the Devil, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. That's a load. That's why you shouldn't think. That's a load. That's a load there. So what is this? I don't know. Don't think. Don't think. It seems like you shouldn't think. Because there's so many details here. You get caught up in thinking about too many small things. You might even get caught up in the past because the devil's supposed to be behind you with the Eight of Wands, or you're moving away from that. Maybe it's an attempt to move away from it. Because I feel like there's something here, like a lot of disappointment, the weight of disappointment, feeling caught between a rock and a hard place. The Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess. So, this is working with the universe. I mean, it's building something actually tangible. Just follow your heart. Honestly, that feels like the best thing to do in the present. Because I feel like it is the mind that will tell us that we're running out of time. You're not running out of time. Time isn't running out. But it is time to collaborate. So don't think that is a bit of a mind fuck right there. That pile, which I think is even in itself explaining why. Seed the light by staying grounded. That's in the future. Sometimes I want to say too that I feel like that means like don't go and do anything wild and crazy or unpredictable of yourself, or just stay put, you know? And the universe will provide. Don't you worry. Oh, shit. Look, you got the Nine of Cups with Temperance. So, right? Like a wish, a dream fulfillment. Just wait. The universe will provide. Oh, that's hilarious. The Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Queen of Wands. The Five of Cups. The Seven of Wands. So this could have been protection because of sadness, depression. The Five of Swords. Oh, there's a lot of fives here. Justice and the Five of Pentacles. Something that was meant for you, you were not, I swear I said this last week for somebody. Something that was meant for you, you were not able to fulfill. I don't know who I said it for, if I said it for you guys or someone else. But yeah, there's justice here. And when I say fulfill, either it's like something that you know exactly what it is that you want, you haven't been able to achieve it, or it's like just having the opportunity and the freedom to be able to do it and not being in an energy that is in lack instead of abundance and provisions. So the universe is going to provide this. Queen of Wands. Six of Swords. Page of Wands. The Sun. Hey, yeah, the Six of Swords, the universe. Oh, the universe is taking the reins again in the future. Do you see that? Because as I pull at the clarifiers, it seemed more and more to me like something wasn't right to you. And there's some sort of conflict here, and you weren't really sure how to address it or how to get past it. So it was almost like, I want to say though that there must have been something significant in this decision, that it changed everything. Like this wasn't just, well, you know what, I'm not going to talk to Sally Joe for a couple of weeks and just see what happens. Unless you've never, ever, ever done that before. So that's how, what I feel like this, like that's the significance of it. If I'm just like, Sally Joe is just a name. I'm just throwing it out there. If it's like a friend, a partner, whatever. And you would always be the one to reach out. Yeah, no, because I'm sorry, there's so much playing through in my head right now. I'm trying to keep, you don't know what it's like sometimes to channel so much, because I'm saying a conversation and I'm already getting like 3 other like visions. I didn't even finish what I was saying. Yeah, so if Sally Joe, like if you always reached out or you always did something and you didn't do it, that changed everything. But it feels significant in that it's almost like you've always done that with all your relationships. And your mom taught you to do that, or your dad taught you to do that. And they were taught by their mom or their dad. You know, like there's something significant here. Because, okay, so right now, it's time to collaborate. I'm not sure with who. I think with yourself, even between your heart and your mind. It's time to listen. It's time to sit down and say, which one is telling me the truth here? Whichever one is telling you that you're running out of time is lying. And that to me feels like the brain would tell us that. So that's what you got to do. That's the collaboration, I think. Also getting ready perhaps to collaborate with someone. And then, so this Queen of Wands energy, it's either someone that you're going to meet, someone that you're connecting with, or it's something that you'll become empowered with this energy to be able to move forward. And I feel like it comes in through some sort of a message, but this message is, the universe is in control of this. You got to remember that. Because the abundant universe will provide. You just stay grounded. Don't you go fucking stuff up. I have so much fun doing these readings because I get to say the things to you guys that I would never say. Well, I would say it. I might say it to my Leo friend. Let's go fucking shit up right now, honey. God. The Emperor's at the bottom. So I don't know where he came in. Where's the Emperor here? Why is he here? I don't know. Actually, you know what he's here? Oh! I said, okay, wait a second. No, I wanted to clarify this. So I pulled this up, right? And that's where I stopped at your underline because the next card is reverse. It's the Empress in reverse. So maybe your Empress has been in reverse. I don't know. So the Devil. The 8 of Wands, the 5 of Cups. Like, I don't know how to get the movement regarding some sort of sadness, disappointment, feeling a loss. The 8 of Wands, and there's the movement. You haven't been able to do something, or something's held you back. The Queen of Pentacles. Could be some sort of responsibility here. Why is the Empress in reverse? Oh, look at, she's got the 8 of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. No plan forward makes sense. I don't know. There is no plan forward. Well, that's weird. It's almost like energy had some sort of, there had to be some sort of energetic purge. Let's not get caught. Oh, and then look, the 3 of Swords is under is behind the upside down Empress. Just like the Empress was hiding something, a broken heart. Oh, that's interesting. Well, what would he end up with? The 6 of Cups. you have the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Cups. We're not kind of wondering who this is. It's over here. So I want to say that you're coming up as the King of Wands here. Like, you've got drive, you know where you want to go, you know what you want to do with it. But see, that's the thing too. So if that's kind of like you, and I don't know, I think about every Scorpio I've ever known has got so much energy. Fuck. I thought I had a lot of energy as an Aries. Man, Scorpios could they could plow the field all day and all night and keep going. I gotta take a nap. So, but it's like, yeah, like you did something here. And then, I don't know exactly how or what, but it's really working in your favor. Don't get into your head. Don't believe that you're running out of time here. And it's almost like there might be something, I almost say like something you've always wanted to say. But anyways, that's why we're going to go do the extended. Because I don't want to get too deep into this, because I feel like if I do, you'll overthink. So, well, yeah. In the extended, we're going to ask your starseed family, what is your next assignment and why? All right. Okay. There you go, Scorpio. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.